That's good.
It kind of acts like a little.
I'm counting the money, so.
How much?
That's why I'm counting. I don't know.
Lou's filthy rich. Rich in sorrows.
Rich in sorrows.
I'm gonna be mean to him today because you know what? I deserve it. I've had a rough day. It's time to beat up my own sad character that I also feel bad for.
Fair enough,
Can
and
I
it
get
totally could not
what is
get
it, a
any worse.
drachma? Could I get a drachma?
Oh god, don't say it like that.
A what?
A drachma.
It couldn't
Isn't that
get any
the coin
worse.
you use to pay for the ferryman for the river Styx?
Oh, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I always heard it was 2 coins to the ferryman.
My mother was washing a
Is
bike.
it 2? I thought it was 1.
I don't know. There's so many different
I know there's like
lores.
2 to cover your eyes.
I think that's where the
But I think that's Egyptian, not Greek.
I think so. I think I've mixed it too because there is the River of Nile in Egyptian lore as well.
You having fun? The mother tundra.
So who wants to do a recap?
Rabbit died.
Rabbit died. All right. So moving forward, you guys are
That was the important
completely.
part.
Yep. Yep. Rabbit died. You came face to a demon, and all of your plans went 100%.
It's a devil.
Okay.
They are from different planes.
That is fair. Well, they're all from similar planes. It's just some are leaders and some are followers.
No, I thought devils were from hell and demons were from the abyss.
You didn't wait for the chorus.
I know they interact somewhere. I just can't recall exactly where. But anyway, yeah, fair enough. That's a good enough introduction, I suppose. Does anybody want questions, or do we want to skip that part?
Oh, I have a question, Mr. DM.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Can we have a question, a trivia question for inspiration about the last session?
Please have
That is 100% what I was just asking if you wanted.
Don't
and
all
instead
of
you
us
asked me a question.
Don't all of us have inspiration?
One of you doesn't anymore.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
Dust doesn't have a character to give it to yet.
Oopsie daisy. Did Lou lose inspiration for watching his friend die?
Oh, I have a question.
No.
How hard would it be for me to obtain a luck blade?
To pin a what now?
To
To obtain
obtain.
a luck blade.
I can't hear today. Can someone repeat that slower?
To obtain a luck blade.
Obtain a luck blade.
I'd like
Okay.
one if I could get one.
I could have sworn I heard you right the first time. I was asking what a luck blade was. I have no earthly idea what that is.
You don't?
No.
It's a really cool item.
Uh-huh.
It does things that gives you a +1 to attack and damage rolls. And
That's what your cat
you also
does.
get a +1
When
bonus
he's
on
like at the
saving
window.
throws.
Oh.
We can hear them outside the
Those
window.
probably exist.
And then you can call on it to like reroll an action.
Let's see.
Yeah, I love
The luck blade.
Yeah.
I got most of its features. The other ones aren't too important for you to worry about.
It may or may not be legendary.
It is. I don't see how that's relevant. I'd like one.
You're not getting one.
And also totally not the fact that the sword has 1d4 -1 charges. While holding it, you can use one action to expend 1 charge and cast the wish spell.
It's not important.
Oh my god.
It's not gonna have one.
I think Lou needs like.
There's no chance on this.
Listen, Ghost, you cannot have it.
I'm gonna drug you so that you go to sleep.
Excuse me?
Mocking me. I mentioned that I think Lou, just from like the area he grew up in, would have like some really depressing drinking songs. And so I was giving her an example. Have you heard?
This was after she sang said drinking song to me.
Yeah, it's
the whole of it.
The one that go, not the whole of it. That was only the first verse. It's the one that goes, "Your baby has gone down the plug hole. Your baby has gone down the plug."
No, you have to sing it.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
This is what I've been listening to right all the time.
Man, I love D&D and all of its mechanisms.
Your baby
Wait, so
has
Zach-
gone down the plug hole. Your baby has gone down
What
the
is
plug.
your in-game like thing regarding abortion?
Oh no!
Oh
Do
Christ!
we
We're
have
not.
do we have like a potion for that, or do we need a wish spell? Just
Be
for,
right
Please don't
back.
magnet.
Okay,
How
okay.
does healing magic interact with that?
The answer to both of the questions you asked me is gonna be no. If it
Oh god.
ever were to come up in any way, shape, or form, we will
I mean,
have that
depends.
discussion then.
Is Sarah gonna lay a dragon?
What does that mean? Oh,
I mean, what does that mean?
was
How
like no,
the
no, no, no,
bard?
no. I see what you mean.
Wait, how did that come up when I was talking about a baby falling down a drain plug because it was too skinny?
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
be honest. I kind of heard like half what you said. I heard baby falling down a drain. I thought it was a
Oh,
metaphor for abortion.
No, it's not. It's
Um,
literally a poor woman. Her baby was so thin and skinny that it fell down the drain, and an angel told her that her baby was up in heaven now.
Oh, well, that's a sweet ending, though.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
That
it ends with
still
like
sounds like a
he's a
metaphor
happy
for that.
young lad with the angels above.
Yeah.
Lost and longer to be
Oh, God.
found.
Okay. I don't have any questions that don't pertain to Dust's character specifically,
Oh no.
Inspiration question,
which
please.
is the only person who does not have inspiration.
I don't have inspiration.
Realistically, I
You
could
you
probably
don't
tell
have
you more
inspiration?
than, like even
No, I
you.
don't have inspiration.
I
Okay.
still find it fucking hilarious that it took a minute of silence after I like revealed that they're like I can't be hurt.
Wait, what?
That there was a minute of silence after me saying they can't take physical damage.
Oh yeah.
Just like a literal minute of silence as you
Me
process
scrolling
that.
and everyone else being like, "What?" Yeah.
Rough.
Okay. Awesome. There was a specific derogatory term
Oh no.
that was used not only by Trap, but by other characters in your party to describe Trap that set off the whole story about what happened. Do you remember what it was?
It was either coward or rabbit. Or stupid or loser or butt face or jerkwad or idiot or stupid.
Is that your final answer?
It's a one
It
of
was
those.
the act of Lou gingerly tucking him in to bed one night.
No, I remember Layla was like, "Haha, you're a coward," and then like the Trap got all the dramatic lighting, spotlights came on, the room was silent. She was like, "Yes,
I would
I
like
am
to
a coward."
rehear the question as the abundance of answers that confused me popped in.
What insult triggered my backstory?
Oh yeah, it was
Sure.
coward.
That's
It was
a
coward.
better way to put it. Okay, I will say it was coward.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Maladin already has inspiration, so it
Yeah.
didn't matter anyway. But
As opposed to
yes.
rambling off every insult that was thrown at the
Instead of
rabbit.
pulling up a thesaurus.
Oh, I just
Look
had
at all
those
the
ready to go. I can
syllables.
get my
Fair enough.
dictionary.
Fair enough. You gain inspiration. Yay. You remember calling your friend a coward and reminding him of how his mom died.
And then how he died.
And then how he died. Yep.
That creature is currently eating rabbit stew as we speak.
Never know.
Don't tell, please. I'm begging you. Don't tell Lou that.
It's using his brain as a bowl.
I'm begging you. The brain wouldn't make sense. It'd have to be like the top of the skull. But I'm begging you. Don't tell him.
No,
okay.
I'm telling
So-
you right now that if I am already at the end when you guys get there, I'm gonna be sitting there eating some fucking rabbit stew.
Why are you're not at the end? I thought you were with
No.
Falcon, like a visiting member. And
I don't
that's
know
the-
where I am.
Okay, that's that's what we're doing then. No.
Really.
We
So
haven't discussed how I get entered into the story yet.
well,
I
we
just
talked about
showed
your
up.
we talked about your prior characters depending on when you wanted to get rid of Trap. And that was one of the things mentioned, and I didn't hear anything else. So that's what I was going with. I don't know, maybe
I
you're
don't
good friends or
that.
wartime stories. We did, but it's okay.
Definitely did not discuss that, but okay. I
You
think you're imagining things.
No, I am being gaslit moving forward.
Oh,
No,
I have a
I am
question.
being gaslit here.
No, you are not getting
never
gaslit.
happened. All right, so tell me, when did we talk about this outside of DMs?
That's what I'm talking about in the
Oh,
DMs.
really? So we have
Yes.
these DMs here when? literally
I'm
never
going.
happened.
It did happen. I'm gonna go find them right now.
Do it. They're not there.
Nasty burrito. Nasty. So like the whole thing ate too much. Too full.
You said like old hunting buddies. There are 2 mentions of the word hunting, and neither of them are from you.
All right, if
So
you'd
regarding-
like to, okay, you were asking about when it would be easiest for the whole trap thing to happen. And I said, if you'd like to, yes, I have an out you would be able to take, and then we could work towards an introduction. Something that fits well with a guest already at the cabin. Or if you want, we can still do the other thing, but that might make everyone a bit, or make everything a bit dicey. What other cabin?
Sir, we didn't even know this was here when you sent that message. That
You
was like
did.
4 weeks ago.
Oh my god. No, you guys have known about the cabin since you've been in Phandalin. Because
Sir,
that's
that's
the
actually not a
whole
cabin.
reason. That is the
That is
whole
a
reason.
fucking lodge with fucking walls and a watchtower.
Oh my god. My patience is being tested.
That in no way inspires the thoughts of cabin.
Alright, whatever. Moving forward, you're heading back to the lodge. I'm guessing it's gonna probably be like a very, very quiet conversation, unless any of you had anything specific you wanted to talk about.
So you admit it's a lodge.
Lou's crying.
I'm just using the I'm whatever. Go ahead and making an unassigned character because I don't see your character sheet. Just go ahead and fill that in at your earliest convenience. You should be able
Oh.
to select it.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I do
can
have
add it.
questions
I
now.
was just waiting until like
Oh,
the
okay.
time of, but I can do it now.
It's entirely up to you.
Like I have it all prepared. I just need to throw it in there.
Fair enough. I guess the first thing I'll ask about is did everyone get everything handled for their level up? Like everyone shows their feet, or
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, I chose my. Do you want to take feet or
Wait, what level are we?
4?
for
I'm probably all set up, and if not, I'll do it after
Make
the session.
sure you have your. Are you doing ability checks or?
Yeah, I think I did these.
Okay, you
I
did
get to
that.
level
Yeah, I'm
up?
good.
Is that the only thing we have to do? Or it's the only thing I have to do, I think.
I think I had an extra. Wait. I think I had an extra spell.
Oh,
die.
okay.
Oh, never mind. I'm good.
because you all leveled up because Dust was talking about how the new character he had was better at level 4, or he would hold off. As I said, with the amount of experiences you guys have had up to this point, level 4 made sense. Level up, whatever.
Oh, but I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is the stuff we discussed, is that like, has he remembered that now, or is he going to? I just need to know like where Lou's at.
You're
right
gonna
now.
have a nightmare, and something's gonna crawl into the back of your mind and then remind
Oh
you.
no.
No, that's your backstory.
You have in the wearing off of like a trauma response or the initial shock. I feel like you would go to the back of your brain and that would happen to be there. And it's
Okay.
it's a similar enough experience that it was brought forward.
Okay, yeah.
So you would know this by the time you reach the cabin.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
he's like kind of like cried out and kind of calmed down, he just gets really quiet he gets really quiet for a long stretch.
Yeah. So you do remember the names and the events described during that event.
Okay, he remembers the names.
Correct, yes.
Like all names mentioned in that event.
Correct, yes. I think I
Okay.
mentioned what, 3?
Yeah, 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about
I mean,
the one.
one won't be important, but
No, it's the most important one. You take that
Sure.
back.
okay, whatever.
They
Yeah,
remember
okay.
that their own name isn't Lou.
Oh.
Yep, so absolutely. So I do recall it is quiet. But I do remember someone mentioning like a plan as you approach, and I think it was Chase with
The idea was to get off the cart beforehand, so there was no way to track the orc back to Falcon, and also so Falcon wouldn't shoot the orc on sight.
Okay.
Half
And
orc,
with this orc,
but
with this orc being on board, how are you guys treating them? How are they? Where are they sitting?
Are they
Are they
still
just sitting?
dazed?
Relatively, like they've regained like a relative sense of sentience. Like they're still processing a little bit, but they are their own self, their own will.
Lou hasn't said a word to them.
Okay. Because they are currently sitting on the back of the cart, kind of with their feet hanging off. And I was just wondering, how are you guys reacting to the presence? Is it just a thing that you guys are going to get to and they're just sitting there?
I
Are you guys
we kind of fleshed out that my character should know that there would be no way for him to track this character, right?
correct?
Okay,
Correct,
so
yes.
we can just take him to Falcon anyways. We're gonna have to make sure he doesn't kill them immediately, but
I mean, it's entirely up to you. However,
uh,
you treat this figure.
we're gonna take him to Falcon, and we're gonna warn him of the demon, because my character doesn't know the exact terminology for this character.
Okay.
In the
And then
woods.
Falcon launch.
Okay.
Fair enough. Where was the thing? I gotta look up a stat.
I mean, before we get there, probably can just hang out next to them and just ask whether they were an active part of his party or not.
They would give you a little bit of backstory. So I'm not doing the voice
That's
right now.
the female half
Aw.
orc. What?
Whoever. Yeah, but she basically expresses that they are worshippers of Talos. She doesn't go in character about what exactly they were up to. But you get the sense that this individual who came, who killed your friend,
Mm-hmm.
appeared and at first was just like a lowly half orc pushed off the mountains, in air quotes, from the dragon. And later began to kind of take control of their little compound. And any attempt to keep their own dominance was slightly fleshed out or like pushed away as they continued to take control. So it's more like they had their own things and what they were doing, and it was fine. But any relevance to this new individual and what their plans were, they were pushing their plans ahead and kind of taking control of the outpost without making it anything like overly negative. So it's like mutual residents in the same location.
Except
But
they were
clearly-
being mind controlled.
Yes, but one was obviously saying, "Look, I'm the boss here now. I don't care what you're doing, but
Okay, so if
you
you
are
had
going to benefit me."
so if you had the decision right now to go back, would you?
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
I only
Falcon,
care
when did you
if-
get here?
Oh Christ, that's Scotland. No.
Listen, I wanted to give Lou a Scottish accent so bad.
I mean, why didn't you?
I can't do it. It turns into like a prove it. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
It's too hard
turns
with
into
an A in
Australian
fate.
and Southern.
Has to be fate. You have to draw.
Fate,
Fate.
fate, laddies. I can't keep that up for an entire
Yeah.
session.
You're pronouncing the A too
It's like feet.
standoffish.
Fate.
You're like, if you had a chance to change your fate,
And this is
like,
why
you're like rounded off.
Get mocked.
Yeah, the individual, I think I named him at some point. I can't remember.
I forget.
Carbo, if
If
you
you
have that on hand, but if not, it's cool. Describe. Oh, it's in the module. Anyway, they basically say that their only care is for their fellow acolytes of Talos.
Okay, they're worshippers of Talos. I get that. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Are you more afraid of the guy that just killed our rabbit than you are of doing what you want to in this immediate area?
What we are doing in this immediate area is very important to us. She will see that it's completed.
Just call it.
But yet again, she is being relatively vague with the question you are asking, but you do understand that whatever they were doing is going to continue. It just depends on where or how or everything else.
Who is Talos again? The god of destruction?
Let's see. Talos Stormlord, oh shit, that's wrong. Hold on. Excuse me. Stormlord, the Destroyer, dark side of nature, the uncaring and destructive force that might strike at any time. God
Yeah.
of storms, forest fires, earthquakes, tornadoes, and general destruction.
Okay,
Yeah.
that all
He's
sounds...
mostly known as the Ravager.
Oh, okay. Are you just not wanting to tell me what you're planning on doing because you think I'm going to stop it?
Do not see how it is your concern.
My concern is that you're working with a guy that just killed my rabbit.
We're not working with him.
You're associated with him.
What choice do we have?
Not being here.
I mean, his pawns are gone, and he should leave.
Should he? Why?
Yes. His food source was running out. He was not getting anywhere with us. We had what we were going to do, and since that has failed this time, he may find something better in other places.
Okay, so what's to stop him from killing all of you?
Same thing that's stopping you from killing me or us completing our mission. It's just fate and what lies ahead.
Oh god. Oh god, we're gonna be dealing with... I'm not having this conversation. Okay, I got you out of there because I didn't think you wanted to be there under that psycho's control.
We don't, perhaps he will leave.
Okay, you know.
Oh, it's okay if I go back to the mind control. I'll probably leave eventually.
Yeah, he'll...
Well, no, it's a barren house with no utilities other than what we had it purposed for.
And what utilities were those?
Pumpkins.
Pumpkin, lots of pumpkins. They were very tasty pumpkins, according to the boars.
Yet again, it does not concern you.
Okay, so is there a reason why we should be taking you back to the lodge? Since you clearly don't care about potentially dying to him. Do you know his powers?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of
Why this
how to
person would
phrase-
actually know anything about this guy?
Well, not only that, but some other things involved with that. Because okay, so they will inform you that the only reason they're with you now is due to a forced hand, not using that terminology because that's relatively smart speaking. A forced hand and a sought after agreement, which may lead to Falcon and his crew leaving, or at least leaving them alone to do what they are. Whether or not it defends them specifically from this being, which, first of all, they doubt can even be done to begin with. That's where my brain left that. I can't remember what I was saying with that, but that's
Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, we have that agreement to make. See if you can figure that out. I detest fate.
I mean, if it helps you, this is gonna sound really dumb, but she reaches into a small pouch, kind of on the pelvis area of their belt, and
There's a fanny
pulls.
pack.
Yeah, it's a fanny pack, and pulls out quite a few darker, kind of crisp-looking branches. And as you are sitting there talking with them, they say something in Orcish which you don't understand, and toss them together. And they say, "The journey ahead has both weal and woe results, or not results. The journey ahead for us has good and bad within it. I'm willing
Great.
to risk the bad to gain the good."
Great.
I can't tell if she was praying for you or offering you drugs.
I feel
Lou,
more
we-
sober than I've ever felt before, and I hate it.
To put this in layman's terms, or something we all know happens eventually, you know when people like throw sticks together and then they say if something's good or bad?
I've literally never heard of that before.
Are you serious?
It's a,
Okay,
like a
okay,
slight
so
form of
it's
fortune telling, to my knowledge.
yes, it's a slight form of fortune telling slash, like, I think it has roots within like the Wiccan belief
Yeah.
system.
Like I've heard of
Yeah.
people like burning like bones and stuff.
Kind of like that, yeah. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, it's a ritual to have some form of understanding of events to come.
Got it. The
Some
Orcish
say,
divination wizard.
yeah, some say if the six cross, the answer is yes. Some say if they fall separate from each other, the answer is
Oh,
no.
I think I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
It makes me think dowsing rods, but okay.
maybe. But yeah, she tosses a bunch of sticks that kind of match like the weird tree creatures you fought before. And she basically points at a couple that are crossed and a couple that aren't, and say, "There's good and bad ahead. I'm willing to risk the bad for the good."
Okay. Don't really know what else to say. Well, we'll figure out what Falcon decides.
Let's say, I guess I'll ask you: do you believe that Falcon will leave?
I don't know. I'm hoping we can at least keep him away from Big Boy Monster.
I think at this point, Lou is going to like, I guess, walk out and check on his clothes and kind of be like, I don't think a man like that's going to leave.
No, well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I don't care about the orcs. I'm more worried about Falcon and the demon.
Is that out of character?
Yeah, yeah.
So as they Paladin said that, she's just gonna turn into a boar and haul ass back wherever she needs to go. But
I don't think Maladin would care at this point, honestly.
fair enough.
I mean, technically speaking, that had to have been out of character because I'm pretty sure Maladin doesn't even know that was a devil yet, or a demon, or whatever.
Fair.
If I recall, I believe when trying to identify it, he said he would have no reason to like have ever seen that before.
Yeah, you guys are like,
Which,
do
to
you
be fair,
do you know
that
what?
specific type of devil actually looks different in the hells than it does on the mortal plane anyway. So, appearance is not a judge.
It's like, Maladin, do you know what kind of demon this is? And it's like, wrong hell. I was on the 5th floor of hell, not the 7th.
Oh,
Thank you
5th
very
floor,
much.
not the- He was in the penthouse. I don't know what you expect me to know.
Oh, their
Um,
floor is now out with the circles in with the new.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're rebranding hell as we speak.
Yeah, now it's called Happy Land.
Yeah, exactly. Free air condition with proof of residency.
It's like roller coasters. A lot of people say that they have fun, yet they scream constantly. I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. But sounds good. So if you guys are just approaching the lodge, as you slow down to kind of cross back into his territory. The anchorite does kind of hop off of the back and begin following the cart with like maybe a 15-foot to 20-foot distance between you two. And is allowing you to take the lead and go as slow or fast as you see fit to enter and talk to Falcon.
Why would they leave the cart? It makes no sense.
So they can like be closer to the place they know, I guess. The forest. But
That's
yes,
weird.
they are now following behind you, kind of dissociated with your group.
Okay.
How do you proceed and discuss this with the people within Falcon's Lodge?
I, do we have entrance or do we have to knock?
You most likely have to knock in.
Hmm.
One thing I will note is, unlike last time, and kind of knowing where he resides most of his day, you look up at this pseudo watchtower that has been crafted. You don't see the bow or the quiver or falcon within it. It seems to be that he's not necessarily, well, he's just not in the tower.
Okay.
From there, you can assume wherever you'd like that the other people might be, but you would still have to knock to gain entry and, of course, speak to them.
I'm going to bang on the door loud enough for somebody to come.
Can we have that map back, please?
Map? What map?
Yeah, let me find it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Scroll, 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 scroll.
I don't need any map.
Fair enough. I mean, I didn't think there would be like a combat or anything, but if you, I mean, hey.
No, I don't need any map. I have
Yeah.
something
It
else.
just helps me to picture things.
I know what you're talking about. I'm not even going to pay attention. I'm not looking. Let's see. D&D Beyond, I hate you. I don't.
It's not a big deal.
No, it's all good. I'm doing it. Options. How did you pull up the thingy again, Dust?
What do you mean? What thing?
How do I make a tile?
A tile or an encounter?
A tile to.
Oh, sorry. Objects, components, custom, tile.
Okay. Thank you.
Then you place it, and then you, I think, right click to open the prompt window, or you can just close it. It's whatever.
Oh, there's that. Yep, that's a tile. Hold on.
You know, if you save it as an object, you won't need to do that every time.
I know. I forgot to do it last time.
Ah.
There we go.
So tiny.
I know. Okay. I submitted myself. Okay. Knocked something over I didn't want to knock over. Okay, yep, but there you are. So you guys approached from the big bridge last time. You guys would be coming from this direction now, which would lead you to probably won't. You'll pass by the pins, but I don't think that you would enter there. You would be entering from the top area. That's after a nod or a knock, rather. You do hear a tiny knock against the window, which you can assume is Pell yet again informing them of an arrival. At which you hear the small stride of, what's his name? Corvus? Something like that.
Old man.
Corwin.
I
remember.
will ask, were my clothes dry by this point, do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think I will take a small detour to change out back.
It
into
did
my-
take like half
You don't
a day
wanna wear
to
a
get back
dress?
here or
I'm
something.
sick of the dress. The dress has tear stains on it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you change back in your clothing. At some point, you could just like walk off or like take a second behind a tree. Entirely up to Lou and his comfortability.
He probably
Uh,
won't like go back to like a proper room. I think he's a gentleman, you know.
Yeah, he's wearing a dress, but he is a man.
He's a
Okay,
man.
sounds good. The only room you would have is after you arrive. So unless you're changing like on the road, air quote, you would
No,
still
no,
be
no,
in
no.
the-
He like gets back and then changes.
Okay, sounds good.
He was wearing the dress when he was talking said that brief thing to the orc.
Okay. Corwin lets you through the gate. Pugnat will go ahead and start parking the caravan at the pins.
We have a guest.
Okay, that's good news. Or not. Corwin immediately says, "Well, back so soon. I don't believe that would inquire good news."
No,
Okay.
none at all.
We just give a sad look and just go walks to the room.
Okay. Yeah, you probably just go straight to Corwin's room to change.
Yeah.
You guys are now kind of sitting in the south yard with them. And he says, a guest, you say? If anything, you guys are a member short, it seems.
Technically, they never saw me last time.
That is actually fair. Never mind. He does not say that, but he says you have a guest.
They're a half orc.
I don't think that's.
They're a full orc, actually, I think.
No, they
No, were they
half.
half?
We went over
Mhm.
full orcs are mindless.
I mean, they aren't, but close enough.
They aren't, but go off cheap. He says, "Well, that's not something I am comfortable bringing up to Falcon. If you would like to, he's in a relatively good mood. He's sitting within the what's it called? The damn it, what's F11? The dining room and the dining and trophy hall, which you guys remember is that big ass room from last time."
Okay, I'm going to say, Layla, would you prefer to keep
Yeah.
an eye on the orc, or would you prefer to get Falcon?
Here's the thing. I think that you should not be the one to get Falcon, but I don't want to. And Lou is out of commission.
So it's one of us.
Yeah. Which one? I think I'm better at damage control than you are.
By all means.
Okay, I'll go get Falcon. What am I telling Falcon?
We have a half orc guest to
Yeah, but-
discuss matters.
He's just. He's
Please
just
do
gonna-
not shoot on sight.
Okay. All right. Okay, I got this. Let's go, Layla. Let's go.
I love how you guys sent off the only person who didn't give him wine.
True. Which I mean, he still offered you the Luxius better, but absolutely. So Maladin, how are you watching this half orc as your party member goes inside the lodge? Like, what's your plan for watching them?
Watch them?
Okay, well, I was just curious because there's that big ass gate covering the entire area. I didn't know Corwin's kind of left you
I
as a
assume
doorman.
I assume we've closed the door at this point.
Yeah. I mean, but
Is
it's
it-
open if you want to walk out and like get direct eye contact with the half orc. The half orc did not enter. I
Okay.
should clarify.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm
yeah, I
going to stand
forgot
at the
to.
entrance of the door.
Okay, sounds good. The orc is standing almost very proudly. It's kind of weird on this log. And since she has direct eye contact with you, which is outside, I don't know which one of these.
He has
probably
direct eye
is.
contact through a watchtower. Okay. I was
Yeah,
about
he
to
he said
say-
he stepped outside. But having a direct line of sight with you seems to be standing, still kind of babying like their left arm, but seems to kind of keep a very cold gaze, watching you as you are watching them. But every once in a while, you'll see like a bird or something kind of like skitter and make a noise or dart too fast, and the Halvork seems to immediately pay attention to that. They do seem like they're kind of in fight or flight mode, but they're making sure that they are kind of, okay and that everything's going smoothly. Layla,
Yeah.
as you enter the dining and trophy hall from this entrance, the first thing you hear is the sound of laughter or just general chatter. You see Falcon is not sitting in the typical, like, up against that support beam like he was last time. In fact, his chair is still at the dining table in the center over here, and he is sitting kind of in the bottom right-hand side of the table, and you see a figure with their back towards you sitting kind of at the helm of the table. But they both seem to, if and Dust can correct me on this, they both do have like a what are they called? Just like a generic wooden cup, and there seems to be a
Goblet?
bottle of open ale on the table. Yeah, that works.
Only a bottle. You're
A goblet or
funny.
like a tankard?
A tankard. A tankard is better.
Yeah.
Those are like the more heavy duty mug looking things. But yeah, I would say depending on how much Dust, there would be a couple of empty ale things sitting beside one that's freshly being poured and emptied.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense.
Mhm.
I think. Hold on. Actually, let me double check. I'm not sure on something here. I'm trying to remember if I'm a medium or large creature. No, I am medium. Never mind. I do not need an extra large cup.
Oh, interesting. Okay, sounds good. I'll go ahead and say, Dust, if you would like to describe your character as he's sitting at this table, as they, I don't know if it's male or female.
Male.
Okay, sounds good. I'll kind of give you the speaking stick.
Yes, yes. Well, for you see. What? That's bullshit. I swear I could do this before. What the
Or
fuck?
you see shit.
All right, got it.
It is
Before
bullshit.
you, bullshit. I have crapped on the table. I am the crap master, the mage of doo-doo. Just
No. Like,
sit on.
before I could scale just the image, but now I have to scale the entire token. Oh
Fair
well.
enough.
I just want it to be like Shrek or something. Okay.
I
Alright.
thought about paying for Discord Nitro because now you can set like one of their soundboard sounds to like your entry to voice chat. And I
See, if you're
wanted
trying
it.
to look close, just look at my seat.
Please, I'm begging. So whenever anything happens with the Lou, there's like the the crowd going, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I like how you were a rabbit monk. Now you
Hey.
actually look like a monk.
Dang.
You know, it's kind of sad watching you guys zoom in on that very tiny picture.
That is
It's
fair.
Aang.
It's Aang. Oh my gosh, it's
What,
it's
have any of
the
you
Naruto.
noticed? Like, have any of you
I
noticed?
have. I have.
Okay, Zach, you have? Okay.
Yes.
I want to be
Thank you.
Zuko.
He's kind of
Suppose I'm just
short.
waiting for one of the other two oblivious people to do what I asked.
No, that's a mountain like 5 feet.
Oh no. Guys, look
Yeah?
away
Yeah,
from the map.
yeah, no, I see. We have a new player at the table.
What?
There's a big
Oh.
ass token sitting on his chair.
Okay.
Oh,
I see.
I need to figure out how. I don't want like Lou's to look like that, but I want like a portrait of him, like a giant portrait of Lou on the wall or something.
Oh no.
The ego.
Thank you. Long
Listen,
enough.
Lou has no ego, so I have to make up for it.
Alright,
I'm his hype man.
So you see this male Goliath sitting down at the table, drinking with Falcon. They're bald, as all Goliaths are, really. Medium, they're about 7'3", so they might technically be human-sized, but they got a figure. They have really gray skin, almost stone-like, but not quite. They have their markings heading down their torso, as well as some on their arm as well, which happen to be glowing with a blue light. And yeah, pretty much it.
It's straight up Avatar. Okay.
Okay, out of
Dang.
character, that's really neat. In character, Layla's just gonna look really confused.
It's
In
like
character, the avatar.
it's like the monk Avatar mixed with the blue people Avatar.
Oh,
I guess as he enters, then I'll just turn and just clap Falcon on the shoulder and say, "More friends of yours, huh?"
Oh, this is one of those I was talking about that visited last night. The
The
Well,
Goblin Slayers, or
Uh,
orcs, was it?
well, one yes. I sent them over to the Woodland Mats, which honestly they're very quick workers, it seems. But yeah, welcome back.
Does everyone know that face Michael Scott makes when he's in trouble, but he doesn't want to get caught, but he's already caught, and it's just a really bad frown? And it's
Yeah.
No.
yeah, that's what Layla's doing.
Kind of seeing your expression. Fagan immediately goes, "Oh shit!" And sets down his mug and begins to stand up, and immediately heads over to this trophy wall, and he takes his bow off of one of the
Nope.
like.
Hey, Falcon, let's calm down a little bit there, buddy.
Oh no, I just didn't know if I needed to arm up or not. I feel more
No.
comfortable with it on me.
It's fine. Everything is under control.
Well, oh, you say that,
Yeah.
but looking at your general demeanor and how you're speaking to me, I feel like it might not be the case.
Oh, no. If,
bored everybody.
one of our party members died.
Oh, which one?
The one
Um,
that you didn't meet. But so that's not the important part.
talking about the rabbit.
Yeah, yeah.
Our
But see,
pet.
You
wasn't-
guys told me that they were not with you, but I kind of assumed. I didn't see it again. But either way, my condolences.
Thank you. Well, see, it wasn't actually their fault though, because the rabbit kind of got himself killed by charging headfirst and blowing himself up. That's not the point.
A rather ignorant but noble move in some cases. I don't know how he was raised.
Yeah. Anyway, I was told to tell you two things, and neither one of them are ones you're gonna like.
Right, he begins to yet again slowly reach for his bow that's up on the
Okay.
mantle.
Hear me out. Do you want the first thing or the second thing?
I mean, we can most likely just cut the shit and tell me both.
Yeah, that's a great plan. So, we have a friend here for peace negotiations that happen to be a half orc, and don't shoot on sight. Don't shoot on sight.
He looks a bit dazed and confused. And he says, "Well, if you have a delegator with you, oof,
That means they're an or.
it's not necessarily that he has a twitch in his eye. It's just like you see that not so much good memories are kind of passing through that brain of his." And he says, "All right, well, if there's no trouble, great.
No trouble.
Amazing. I am going to pick up this weapon.
Okay,
I'm
you
going
can do
to-
that.
I'm going to carry it and my quiver with me and stay a solid 10 to 15 feet away from this individual.
Okay.
And if you wouldn't mind,
Yeah.
and he turns to this new friend of his, or old friend. He says, if it's no trouble to you, friend, would you mind accompanying me outside?
Sure. And as I stand up, I turn slightly to Layla, and I just like I notice her ears. I say, "Are you Faye?"
Maybe.
Hmm.
Dallas,
just-
what's with your Faye hate? We're becoming a friend.
Oh, I fade it.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm
I
just
just sort of like finger my warhammer a bit, but don't say
you-
anything.
what
you
is
see, Falcon turns to you and it's like,
No, I'm sorry.
she's just a half elf, but you know,
Yeah,
oh,
but is she
we-
Faye?
Honestly, it's just a freak friend.
honestly, no fucking idea. Anyway, right.
Hey,
Do you
wait,
have a
wait.
plan?
Falcon, can I have a word with you just outside this room really quickly, please, alone? It is incredibly important to me that we do this as business partners.
Right. Business partners and alone.
Sarah, so that you know, technically you aren't Faye.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Layla's like very much clinging to every bit of elf she has.
That's fair. That is valid. She has cool orc friends and doesn't want to, wants to fit in.
I think the bigger issue is that she's friends with Lou, who is Faye.
No, he's not. He's an
No,
elf.
he's not.
What?
So sorry,
Elves aren't
Sarah.
Fae.
Faye means you were born in the Feywild.
Yeah, Lou wasn't. Well, no, he's not. He wouldn't know if he's ever been, but he knows he wasn't.
So
Okay.
all elves in general have a correlation with fey creatures, just innately due to the
Lineage.
existence. Due to lineage. Because of the existence of I forgot what you're playing in the other campaign. But you're an astral elf. That's different. But the one I'm thinking of is oh shit. I brought it up when you were talking about being a different race other than elf. What is he? Give me 1 second. I know his name. I just can't recall what he is. Eladrin. I remembered as I clicked on it.
Yeah, Eladrin.
Yeah.
Either
And
way,
of
the
course,
issue
Sylvan.
here is that someone here seems really trigger happy, and that's a problem. Because
I'm starting
I don't want to
to
get
think.
smushed.
Okay, sounds good. So Falcon turns to you and says, Vigo, if you don't mind, come out in about 5 minutes. And then he begins to kind of give you like the capiche symbol, and then shut the door behind him and Layla, who go outside into the north yard.
I'd like to go listen at the door.
Okay.
Completely,
you
like,
see
half
this
ignore his order.
you see this 7-foot giant just tiptoeing towards the door, just being like, hmm?
Oh, I'm not being stealthy about it. I'm not bothering being stealthy. I am like very blatantly listening at the door.
So he closes the door. Layla, if you don't mind making a perception check for me.
Absolutely. That's going to be a 12.
Okay. I'll say you do hear shifting of weight inside, but you don't know if it's Vigo just preparing himself or doing something. You have no earthly idea. Just that something inside's moving, but that's typical in most cases.
Okay.
But yeah, you have the attention of Falcon, who has given you like a 5-minute window.
Okay, great. Hi, yeah, I don't want to get smushed by that guy. And he seems like he wants to smush me.
What? No, Vigo just has a pass with the Fae and kind of wants.
I don't.
I know.
Okay.
I'm aware. He
Yes.
just Uh, he just walks around sometimes like he has something to prove. That's all it is. He hasn't hurt me or any of the others in this compound. So
You just hear inside it. That's bullshit.
that's bullshit. No, but Falcon is kind of just giving you like the softened, like, hey, everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's not incredibly reassuring, I must admit.
I mean, you're not Faye, are you?
Of course not.
Okay, then you have nothing to worry about. And he gives you a pat
My-
on the shoulder and begins to like reach towards the door to knock on it.
Oh, that still doesn't help me.
How does it know? I mean, he asked if you're Faye. You're not
Yeah.
Faye.
Yeah, and then he
Problem
said,
solved.
and started touching his warhammer, and that makes me a little nervous.
I mean, maybe he's just an antsy lot. You don't know.
I'm just gonna
I
yell
mean,
out, "Hey, Faye, hurry up!"
no, you have no idea what the conversation is. It'd be funny though. But no,
No, he
dude.
doesn't say that. Just
Yes,
No,
he does
no,
not say. He
no.
has no reason to say that out loud.
Considering
Never
I've
called her Faye
yeah,
before.
considering I've never called Layla Faye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then can we make a deal between us, Falcon?
Not gonna lie. I like a lot of you. Really starting to push a couple of my buttons. But what do you have to say?
My idea was that if I do get smushed by a warhammer on account of me not being Faye, but him thinking so, I just want a nice gravestone, someplace pleasant.
Right, I'll find the best twigs I can from the forest. I'll dig a semi-deep hole. And yeah, unless you want like a Viking burial, Vikings don't do this. Unless you want like a northern burial where like I just get like a whole bunch of wood and set you on fire. It's entirely up to you. Sure, if you have something specific you would like, let me know. We'll go from there.
I'm starting to get the feeling that you don't like me that much.
I don't know why. I just said I did.
Okay.
It could
Thanks for
tip
the
you into a
talk. I'm
stew.
gonna go wait outside now.
Oh well, we're already outside. If you're ready, he knocks on the door.
I don't wait like past the first knock. I just open it.
Okay, sounds good. See, already ready. All right, let's go. Uh, but then Maladin, you hear the door open. I'm gonna say Layla opens it. So, what kind of impression do you give Maladin of what is about to happen? Like you have like a split moment to make like a gesture or a face or like something if you
Oh,
wanted
me?
to. No,
No,
Layla.
Layla.
I know for certain Maladin does not know how to communicate with women. So I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
give him a face, but I guarantee he cannot decipher it.
I'm going to say Maladin does not care whether he
What
thinks
face
Falcon's
you're
going
making.
to shoot
Sure.
this orc or not at this point.
All right, so Layla makes a face, and then Falcon steps out. He just walks through the doorway essentially, and then he cracks the door open a little bit more as a sign of respect to this other creature. You're expecting like Corwin or like maybe Pell for some reason, but kind of bending down, touch through the doorway, and then standing up, you see the figure described earlier.
You're a big bastard, aren't you?
Yeah, with a warhammer in tow. I think it is. Didn't you say it was a hammer?
Yeah, Warhammer.
It was a
Yeah.
warhammer. Yeah,
Alright.
I have a warhammer on my back. You know, just like straight down it like you would like a longsword. I also have 2 hand axes at my waist, as well as another as a javelin on my back as well.
Yeah, but this well-equipped gray figure that looks a bit too stretched to be human.
Yeah. Very stony skin as well.
Hmm.
Uh,
The hell are you?
so as he addresses me, I glance at him and just like
The hell
puff
are
a bit
you?
and say, acceptable, I suppose. And then I look over at Lou and ask if she is Faye. He is Faye.
Is Lou
Wait,
back
is
yet?
Lou here?
No,
Oh, are they not?
No,
Nah.
Lou, you probably walked out of Corwin's room after changing, handed him tear-soaked clothing, and then by that point you kind of hear doors opening on the
It's
other
Yeah.
side of
tears
the.
soaked in carbon snot.
No,
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay, no, mostly Layla's clothes I think would have more snot since he was just kind of like hugging her and like crying it out.
Oh, fair enough. It's
Yeah.
like,
So
but
Layla,
Cor-
take note. You're covered in snot.
Layla, change your clothes soon.
but Corwin kind of at the foot of the steps. I'm guessing you give him back his, as you've been calling it, dress.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, okay, thank you."
I'm
Uh,
sorry. I at first.
Well, oh, it's yeah, it happened.
Yeah, his
Um,
eyes. By the way, like
it sounds like everyone's heading out in the north yard. You know what? I think I'm gonna sit upstairs for a little bit and wait it out. You know, food's still cooking. It's gonna take a little bit. Pal, get
You
in your
seem-
room. Just go inside.
you seem tense. What's up?
No, I'm more so worried, but we'll see how that goes.
All right.
Well, you will. I'll be. Yeah. Just let me know when
Let me-
it's over.
Let me know if you need help with dinner or anything. I'm gonna go see the others. I think.
Lovely. If you want to head into the kitchen and make sure nothing is burning.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And then he kind of scoops up his clothes, kind of in a hurried pace, starts stepping up the stairs. Rappel meets him at the base, and he kind of gives him like a very abrupt kind of shove forward, like get upstairs. And they both seem to not necessarily cower, but they don't want to be here.
Yeah. I guess I'll go check on, make sure nothing's burning,
Great.
and I'll
Sounds
go
good.
try head out with the others after I kind of check in.
All right. Sounds good. So we'll say Lou is not here for like the next 5-ish minutes for the discussion. But how do you guys proceed? The way this is kind of working is I think Falcon is going to follow behind. Is it Vigo? Is that right? Vigo?
Vigo.
Vigo. Okay, just making sure he said it properly. He is kind of waiting on you for where he needs to go, or like just so you can like stand guard, kind of. And then Maladin and Layla, you kind of have the choice of how to make these two parties converge.
So wait, he has
For
his
discussion.
like weapon pulled out, right?
It's
He's
kind
armed.
of. Yes, he's
I'll
armed, but
say
it's
that
like loosely in his hand. He doesn't have like an arrow drawn ready to fire at any given moment, but it's in his hand as if he had to do like a quick shot or defend himself from others.
I'm walking slightly behind him, like just to the side, you know, so I could get in front of him if I needed to, and I have my warhammer like resting on my shoulder now.
Okay, sounds good. So these are the two individuals from this side, and you have the other one that's standing pridefully on the log in the distance. So how do you guys, you know?
Falcon, meet the half orc that wants a peaceful resolution and you out of their forest. Half orc, meet Falcon who wants all the orcs away from his inn. Anything else, Layla?
No,
Yeah.
no, nothing from me. I'm
Uh,
standing behind Maladin, by the way.
Okay. So I'll say you guys kind of close in within, as Falcon kind of described it, like a 15-foot distance.
I will say, before we start this little dialogue between them, we have a bigger problem than the orcs.
Yeah, racism.
Sure. Our rabbit went on a little bombing quest, and the creature he did it to, not an orc, took
Why
it
would you give
without
your
a
pet
scratch.
explosives?
That's what I refer to him
That's
as.
very irresponsible.
He stole my money and made them.
That sounds like a different bag of worms. What? Why are we here? Precisely. I mean, The way I see it, they're encroaching on my land.
And the way
It
they see
works.
it, they see you're crouching on their land. I'd
Very-
prefer a peaceful resolution when one where you don't die, I don't die. If they live, that's nice.
I also don't die.
The creature that took an entire bombing squad and walked off with a scratch, I'd prefer we didn't actually encounter again for a while. Speaking of,
Pretty
yes, you have something else to deal with. I'd recommend laying low for a bit.
I mean, technically he had a scratch. It just wasn't from the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, do you know anything that only takes damage from necrotic magic?
Oh, can't say that I do.
Cool. Do you have necrotic magic?
Not personally, but I can look into the matter.
I'm fine with this now.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is I did not have any issues with any orcs before the dragon got here. I don't intend to go up the mountain myself and slaughter the thing. Just a matter of circumstance. I'm losing the accent.
You're
Okay.
losing the accent.
Oh, Christ. You no longer have inspiration. No, I'm kidding. But the half orc, for the most part, is just kind of sitting there listening. And it's not necessarily that they don't have something to say or anything like that. They're mainly letting you kind of delegate this for them for the most part, since this was your idea to begin with. But also, they are still kind of reminiscing on some of the things you've said, including the discussion of Tolofe and others.
Well, I'm gonna look at the half orc and ask when did they actually come to the forest now that he's mentioned the dragon.
We have always been there.
So there was a point where you existed here and he existed here and there were no problems.
One could say that, yes.
Okay, how do we return to that? Was it
Well,
Talofe that caused you guys to become more active?
no, he killed one of ours.
Okay, so what caused you guys to be more active in this forest?
I mean, granted, I might not have seen him, but I saw an orc. I've been seeing orcs. I've been killing orcs. I'll put it that way.
Oh, no, not you, fucking the half orc. What caused them to be more active?
We have always been this active. There has been more orcs in the area, but they are not ours. Seems that there is a similar issue that orcs are coming down from the mountain due to the dragon.
Okay.
The only issue here is they are not ours, and one of ours was slain.
All right. Falcon, would it be fine if we were able to get it a band or something to put around these orcs so you know not to kill them in particular?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be quite frank. If I see an orc, it's like gonna kill an orc.
Okay. Half orc, is there any way that you can just avoid his area?
For the time being, this is quite the travel from what it seems, but this deforestation around the area must cease.
As they talk, I just turned to Falcon and say, "You want me to kill her?"
We're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, see an orc. It's in my area. I don't know if they'll return.
I start twirling my warhammer on my fingers.
Okay.
Mm,
Hey, Maladin,
yes.
I think this is what it's called when things start to go bad.
I mean, all we've come to the conclusion of now is that they can avoid his area, and there's an issue with apparently deforestation.
Okay,
Well, I've
except
already built up my compound, so I don't really need to
So
cut
solved.
any more. Great, there we go.
But what about
Uh,
firewood? It is getting cold out lately.
Well, that's true, but I mean, that's not really a mass amount of deforestation. If a tree or two goes missing, I don't see an issue with it. The half orc kind of sighs, but at the same time does not seem to be over the top displeased with that response.
Okay. Well, what was the map of the other location, the orc house? What did that look like again?
Oh, the woodland manse? Give
Yeah.
me
with
0.2
all the
seconds.
pigs.
Square building, door on the front, door on
Yeah,
the
I'm
side.
wondering how many trees were, if there were any trees cleared from that area.
There weren't.
Okay.
Yeah, there was not. Yeah, give me 0.2 seconds. I'll have that up for you. Too many locations.
I mean, it seems like we've at least come to a resolution that's somewhat fine. Just, quite frankly, I'm more worried about Talife than anything else at this stage.
Right, well, as long as he's not in this area, I won't kill him either.
I don't know if you can. That's what I'm worried
Well.
about.
Guess we won't find out. Or maybe we will. I don't know. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
It'll depend on if Zach read his stat block this time.
If you hit it and you see
I'm
no damage,
joking,
run.
joking.
And if you're a really good shot, aim for the eyes.
Well, no, as long as he didn't lead him directly here. I mean, it is a walk. The half orc will speak up and say, no business of yours is something he wishes to overlook. Or to look into, I should say. Oh, why am I doing that? That's there's a small version of what you saw.
Okay.
And technically that is ground floor and top floor. So
Okay.
just for reference.
Cool.
And
Falcon, how do you feel about pumpkins?
all right, I think that's the end of my involvement with this conversation. I guess thank you two. Thank you, Vigo, for the backup. And you can. Fuck, I'm losing again. You can get the fuck out of my area. All right, toodaloo. Goodbye. And he begins to walk back.
Does that mean you want me to kill her now?
No, you're fine.
I'm going to look at the half orc
I
and
just
say,
shrug and follow him back.
I'm just going to say, good luck with Talife. We'll try to deal with the mass orc problem.
They give you a very like unassuring kind of subtle
That's
nod.
fine. I'm rubbing the bridge of my nose through half of this at this stage.
Before hopping off of the log she's on, turning into a boar, and then begins running down the road. I'm not counting out squares. Eventually, she'll just disappear.
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. Good enough. But yeah, you two are left alone on the outside of the lodge.
That went better than expected.
No.
What were you expecting?
Flowers would have been nice.
I'm
The only person that even cared about flowers is dead.
Aww. Yeah.
No, I hated everything about this.
But Lou, you have essentially finished making sure Corwin's meal is not ruined. And as you approach the gate to walk outside, you see Falcon and this behemoth of a character, which you do recognize as being a Goliath.
Yeah.
Nothing specific, just like your brain immediately goes, oh, human, Goliath. And they are walking back to his lodging area. He already has like unstrung his bow and has his quiver in his hand. He's like, oh, that's where you were, and continues walking.
Ah, you Faye.
I'm gonna like tell him just very casually and like casual Goliath, or no, I'm sorry, casual giant Esh. Like, do I look like Faye? You like, I don't want to
You have the ears for it.
goof. I like goofball, not like jackass, but like something a little tamer than that.
And I'll clarify this with you, Dust, just to make sure, because I think this is how it works, but I'm not sure you actually did research. Goliaths speak giant, do they not?
Yes.
Okay.
They speak giant, but their actual verbal language is called Golka.
Okay. So it's like a
Goliath
dialect.
language.
It's a
Yeah.
dialect of giant, but
It's Southern
the-
Giant.
with that
I know both.
understanding, okay, with that understanding, Lou is speaking. It's a little bit off-putting because they're kind of speaking in your dialect just as well as any other Goliath you've met. It's not like you walked into someone that like knows giant and is like communicating, but like some of it's off. You are getting the exact message that is being told to you in your own tongue.
Okay. As she says, I stop spinning my warhammer and rest on my shoulder, and I say, "Yeah, the Fae tend to be tricky ones." And I'm sort of narrowing my eyes at her now.
I think I'm going to walk
I'm-
into the compound and say, quit threatening my elves.
Those are my elves. Dang it.
Well, is he Fae or isn't he?
That's an elf. This one's a half elf. They're both elves.
And
I have pointy ears
Yes.
too, and you haven't said anything to me. I feel a little bit left out of this.
I know your problems, Githyanki.
You know what I am?
Yes. You're very obvious about it. You don't even hide your skin.
I can hide this?
Well, have you tried wearing a helmet?
Nope.
Don't tell him to cover it. Lou's still speaking in giant. Lou's not thinking about it. Lou's still speaking in giant. Don't tell him. So, Maladin, you have no idea what I'm saying.
Where the hell did you learn that? What language is that?
It's giant. Don't. Oh,
When did
wait.
you?
Lou's gonna look a little like confused at himself, but like
Mhm.
I've known this for like forever. I think.
I'm just gonna continue to rub the bridge of my nose as I get
This-
tired of this
is
entire
just
day.
getting more and more confusing for everybody involved.
I'm going to go give
I pull
Falcon
my
some wine.
warhammer off of my shoulder and rest it into my second hand, like somebody with like a bat that they're like, you know what I mean, just like thumping up and down threateningly. I say, I still haven't gotten my answer yet.
No, there are no phase here.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
I said that's an elf.
Walk
This is a
into
half
the,
elf. I'm a Githyanki.
this dining room. Chase. Race has nothing to do with whether or not something is Fae. It's all
Racism.
about the dimension you were born in, basically.
Racism.
Racist.
Racist.
Oh my
Racist.
goodness. First of all,
Cancelled.
of course it's coming from the two elves, but
I humbly request a 2-minute break so that I can let my dogs out.
Go for it.
I like.
Thank you.
I like.
have
Talk
any-
about you behind your back.
I like this
if
being
anyone
the.
has any dialogue, go feel free.
I like this being the first D&D session because like I don't know anything and Maladin doesn't know anything, so it's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
so like TLDR, like if something is born in the Feywild, it's a Fey.
Okay.
Yeah, but why would you assume that someone just because they look like an elf, they're fae?
Because elves are from the Feywild.
Well,
Yeah.
elves themselves aren't. It's just elves are
Yes,
like their ancestors.
Elves are from the Feywild. It's their home plane.
Okay, what I'm saying is like, yes, elves are originally from the Feywild. Most elves these days aren't gonna be like from the Feywild.
You need to check.
I'm going
What do you mean
to.
I need to check?
Where is Falcon?
Where are you getting
So,
your
Are
lore?
we saying this in character or out of character?
I feel
Falcon
like
is
both.
already back in his lodge pouring some more ale.
Just to check here, Callie.
I'm going to
Oh,
come
out
over
of
here.
character.
Okay. Yeah, no, I need to check.
I'm
No,
going
yeah, you
to
do.
just set a ball of
I do
wine in
need to
front of
check. I
Falcon.
I know
assume-
elves. I might not
Oh,
know
okay.
everything. I know elves.
Callie, are you just asking me to assume your plainality?
As normal, yeah. As like, you meet someone on the
Falcon would
street, you
only
don't
just,
think
like,
they're
give
from
you a direct
France.
point and then get you a goblet.
Uh,
Or
It's more so we can just have a. I just deleted both of my wines. That's not good.
uh-oh. Control Z.
Can I do that on this?
I don't think so, but
Mm.
worth a shot.
Oh yeah, I forgot I added a wine bottle. I have one wine bottle left.
Here's a mug for you.
I'm more giving it to him as an apology for bringing a half orc
Oh,
in.
you meant from your inventory. I
okay.
thought you meant like in TTS.
No.
Well, now you have a mug of beer
I'm
anyway.
back.
I appreciate it.
Racist. You better be nice to me.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm just going to sit and start drinking with him.
Okay, sounds good.
Uh,
So
Remind me, Chase, did you buy the expensive wine or the cheap wine?
I'm cheap because I'm too poor. Your first life decided to start stealing from me.
Technically, he did that after you bought the wine already.
True.
so is everyone just kind of heading back into Falcon's Lodge and kind of like cooling down for the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So you guys kind of have. I'm gonna say it would probably be kind of an awkward sitting and drinking session. Maladin, you're probably getting pretty drunk, but about
I would
half.
like to point out, Vigo's not being uncomfortable at all. He's being very boisterous and uncaring
Mhm.
about how anybody else feels about the situation.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fine. You can probably
Lou?
attempt to continue conversations with Falcon, even though you have new guests or anything like that as well.
Yeah, I'm
I will
asking him
say-
to continue his story, yes, because it gets more ridiculous every time he says it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Carbo, what were you saying?
Lou is stone cold sober. He's not drinking anything. He's drinking water.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Grieving process.
Uh,
Big bastard.
can you roll a perception check at disadvantage for me, Maladin?
I'm actually going to use the site.
Okay.
Perception.
Yep.
Dice
20.
have failed you too many times, Chase.
Oh, it's a 20
Not natural
at
20.
disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Correct. Yes.
Ooh, so I
Roll
roll
again.
again and the lower one gets it.
Yeah, I will say, Chase, for future reference, you can write
All
down
right,
the number.
that's
and
22. With nat 20. So
Nice.
either a unnatural 20 or a 20.
Why did you bother going to physical dice in the first place?
I don't know. Apparently I had to do it, and then the site was like, welcome back. Here's good rolls.
Fair enough. So even at disadvantage with the perception, it's almost like you're getting calmer and enjoying your day, but your heightened senses are still in overdrive. But eventually, halfway through whatever story Falcon is telling Vigo, and in association you guys, you feel a tiny little like nudge up against your arm.
Hmm.
Looking over, you see
Pugnat, who's
and-
been forgotten.
yes. Yeah. But he isn't saying anything, but he has like a semi-concerned, semi-confused look on his face. In his hands,
Is the
he
skull
is
of the rabbit?
holding no. He is holding a knapsack.
Yes. As well as my mother's skull, or does Lou still have that?
That's still on the card.
Okay.
Yeah, he seems to have the backpack or whatever flavored carrying device of Trap in his hands. And with a concerned look, he's kind of gesturing for you to take it and kind of looking over.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, touch the bag that definitely isn't full of explosives, Chase. Do it.
Well, are you accepting this from him, or are you just like staring at him, going, "Yep"?
I'm going
Wow, not
to
even to Lou.
accept to
It's-
look through.
You're gonna what?
I'm going to look through it, I guess.
Okay, sounds good. So currently in it are you added your? Did you add your gold back from? No, I don't think you did. You hold on. Do
And there was a physical description.
correct. Okay, so you see. Oh, you said two of those. No, I think only one.
Okay, I mean I had materials for 2, but 1 is fine.
Okay, sounds good. Wait, you had enough material for two?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I mean,
The only limiting factor was money.
Why did you ask?
fair.
No.
He's a good wallet.
Okay, I
He's
would
not
say.
hard.
Okay, they have the herbs,
He's a hug dealer.
the random ass herbs that you've been collecting, and depending on how they roll, they will understand what they are.
On my
Herbs? No, all the herbs are gone. I had to convert all those.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Okay.
I really don't feel like two
the nose and the tail.
is fair, but if you had the money and the herbs to do so, it would make sense.
Got the money, yeah. I think I had more than enough for 1, but I think I fell short of 2 money-wise.
Okay, then they do definitely have one, but the other would require a little bit of work left. So you do see two potion bottles, or just these glass carrying devices with like corks in them. One seems to have loose herbs and other pollutants floating around it. It doesn't quite look as if it's complete. The other one is is full of an entirely opaque black liquid. And in the center of it seems to be some point of light. And that's about it. Do you have anything else in the pouch?
I converted all of my inventory to money to pay for the potions.
Okay, sounds good. Then yeah, you have one potion that seems complete that you have no earthly idea what it
Well,
does, and
all
one that's
inventory that I didn't already give to the gnomes.
fair enough, and then one that seems to be a work in progress, we'll say. You do not find your money or any money, but you do find those two potions in there.
What am I looking at here?
Two glass bottles, one with pollutants but nothing special happening, and then one filled with an entirely opaque black liquid with the light inside.
Is that Pugnat telling me?
No, this is your own observation.
I don't know what to do with this.
I don't know either. I just thought I would bring it to one of you. I mean, if you're having a time and don't want to worry about it, I can give it to Lou.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Lou, this conversation is happening right in front of you.
Lou's just gonna like kind of look over them, take a sip of his water. It's
No.
all I can take it if you don't
No.
want to carry.
Why do you sound drunk and you've only had water?
He's not drunk, he's sad, okay?
You sound more
He
drunk
has
when you're
no
sober.
emotions.
Vito over there.
Talking
Vigo, sorry.
quietly. He's got a sad boy voice. Leave him be.
I just go ahead and shove a flagon towards him and say, "Drink this. It'll make you feel better."
Lou's gonna push it away and be like, thanks.
Push it towards Maladin.
I don't
More.
appropriate now.
Slam the bottle on, or slam the drink on the ground. Be like, another.
That's the spirit.
I'm going to keep this, I suppose, and we'll figure out what it does later.
Okay.
As I drink again.
Sounds good. If you want to, at this point, I'm going to say you probably have the effects of being drunk, at least for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do the Constitution roll for the morning. But if you wanted to, you could make an herbalism check as an action for tonight. But if you fail, you wouldn't know anything until the morning.
Sure.
An herbalism check. That's a
Well,
thing
yeah,
now.
yeah.
What is it? Nature?
I would say probably nature. Yeah.
Hold on.
Medicine
Or
or
Double
nature?
check what the roll was.
Or would it be like Arcana? I don't think it would be Arcana necessarily.
Let it be
I don't-
Arcana.
think
This is in
so.
nature.
Hold
But-
on. Like I remember I put down the actual like what the rule would be in like my notes.
Okay, that would be useful for identifying it.
Oh yeah, here. Hold on, I know where it is. That it takes. Nope, that's learning. Oh, I mean, it depends, I guess.
On what it actually is.
Yeah, I would say like it wouldn't be unfair to say maybe Arcana because it is like a like magical potion in nature. It might also be fair for you to ask nature or just general wisdom.
Malvin,
like,
if you would
The
like
actual roll for crafting a potion is just like a regular 20 with like toolkit proficiency.
right. I'm gonna say if you want to, you can roll Arcana at disadvantage.
Yay. Alright.
Just because you are indeed an alcoholic.
Alright, so I either have 17.
It's
What the
very
fuck?
difficult. It's very difficult to tell what this is. Like you get the cusp, you almost have like the cusp of like knowing what it could be doing. You feel some form of healing element. But other than that, it's very hard to see through except for that light in the center, and you're not exactly sure what it is.
Did the rabbit leave me a solution to my nightmare problem?
Who knows?
Oh, can Lou kind of like look at him, like kind of looking very confused at this, a little drunk, and be like, "Come on, hand it here. Let me check it out."
I
Before you go
Say
drink,
a little drunk.
I stare at Lou. And I'm like, how are you a little drunk? You haven't had anything yet.
yeah. Wait a minute.
Remembers, oh wait, I'm not drunk.
Halfway through the
No,
flagon.
I meant
oh
'cause
wait, I'm supposed to be
Lu-
sober.
No, Lou sees Maladin looking drunkly at it.
Oh, I see.
Yes, I'm not an
Sure.
idiot. You are.
Okay, fair
You
enough.
definitely phrased that in a way to say you were drunk and being Paladin.
No.
If you don't mind
Started
making me
me.
an Arcana check. Arcana.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Just let me. I'm on my
Does she have
phone here,
disadvantage or
so let me
no?
figure out how to do that.
Yeah, no worries. You might have to swipe left or right in the center to get from like
Yeah,
attacks to
okay.
abilities.
Yeah, does she have disadvantage as well or no?
No.
Okay.
Disadvantage of being too
That's-
sober.
rolling, apparently.
That's a 3. Lou has no idea.
Yeah, you have no earthly idea what this
No.
is.
I can
Lou-
check it out.
Lou's like, Layla, here, you take it. Paladin, please don't. In the meantime, please don't drink anything suspicious.
Has Layla been drinking?
No,
Okay.
maybe a
Arcana.
little, not a lot.
Fucking
Okay.
glass. A glass.
Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is the final check of the day.
I'm definitely not giving it to Vigo in fear that he may drink it.
The history.
Nope.
Like,
Okay, can I lie and say that I know what it is?
oh.
Sure, if you want to. You'll have to make a deception roll.
Okay, do I have any idea as to what it might be?
No.
Well, this is very clearly a healing potion that he was just escaping out on us.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Lou's gonna give her such a look.
In
I got
contradiction to your earlier comment of Maladin not knowing women, he clearly sees that you're a lying little.
I think not.
Let's
You have
see.
no clue what you're talking about.
Lou's gonna give her a look and be like, Layla,
Yeah.
you can get people killed that way. Don't joke like that.
Well, can you prove it's not a healing potion?
It could be a bomb.
I don't think it's a bomb. He would have used it if it was a bomb.
It could have been a
Sarah,
bomb that
as her
didn't make it.
proclivity for drinking strange liquids.
It could have
There's
been a
no
bomb that
idea.
didn't get
No,
the
again.
cut. It could be a dud and turn into an actual one if drank.
You know, if I got to see that, maybe it'd be worth it.
I'm going to look at Vigo and ask him if he knows any creature that's only damageable by necrotic magic.
I mean, it's certainly possible. I'd imagine that some holy creatures might be most susceptible to it.
I don't think this creature was holy.
Sorry, yeah, celestial, I should say. They aren't all of holy in nature.
Yep. At least we have some idea now. I'm just staring with bleary eyes at everybody. I'm blitzed out of my mind right now.
Now, if you do want help killing a celestial, I'd be happy to.
I don't think we could. Do you have necrotic magic?
I have magic-ish. Yes.
Sir, and all the people on Family Feud clap for you.
Maybe at a later date.
I just continue drinking.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. So I'm assuming no one else has anything to do. I'm assuming you guys will continue to rest wherever you want to. Yeah, at this point, Falcon doesn't mind if you all were to sleep upstairs.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Layla, you can go to the guest bedroom. When you guys get to the upper area, you do see, say Vigo has dibs wherever he would like to stay, or whatever. We'll say whatever aspect or however cleanly you left the room as well. It's entirely up to you. If
Oh,
you
is one of
wanted
the
to-
beds still a little soggy?
I don't believe that would be possible, Dust.
Damn.
All right.
Good try, but no. But you definitely
Someone-
do have a place to stay in the deluxe room.
All right.
Good try though.
Yeah, I'm just in. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. But you return to the room and then like four people follow you.
You can clearly see like my pack and stuff resting on the not soggy bed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Wait, could I before I head to bed, can I like Pugnat's like somewhere around there, right? Can I
Yeah.
like kind of stop Pugnat somewhere in the halls?
Sure.
Yeah, Lou's just gonna like.
It's actually relatively easy because Pugnat kind of follows you guys around.
Okay, yeah.
So you just kind of like slink behind, Maladin passes you, and you just stop
Yeah.
in the
To a corner.
hallway.
Maladin is gonna stay at the table for a bit.
Okay, then yeah. As you and Vigo kind of head to the room, you look inside and see however Vigo has been setting things up for himself. And then stop in the hallway and Pugnat kind of like bumps into you, but then immediately looks up to you.
Lou's just gonna be like, just kind of go look at him for like a solid few seconds
Okay.
and kind of kneel down and just hug him like really tightly.
Okay.
Like kind of like, I can't breathe,
Like a
like
teddy
that
bear.
kind of
Yeah.
teddy bear, yeah. And he's just gonna say to him like,
And roll
I
strength versus
promise I'm not
constitution.
going to let anything happen to you.
Snap his spine.
Oh, thank you.
He's gonna hug him like a little too long.
I got you. Well, I think eventually you do get what you can assume is strong for a Pugnat,
Oh,
but a relatively weak hug nonetheless. But it has meaning to it.
and then Lou's eventually gonna like go. Good night. Sleep
Good night.
well, and he's gonna go. He
Um,
need to get that out of the way. To him, Pugnat's just like this small, weak little guy that could die at any moment. He doesn't say that, but he thinks it.
Fair enough. As you do return to your spot in the room, which is still relatively soggy, Pugnat does approach it, does a little like diddle with his hand. I don't know how else to say it, and mutters some words to himself. And you almost see like all the water immediately like slush out the bottom, like onto the floor. But the sheets and everything else for your portion of the bed seems to be dry.
Aw.
And then he says the good night, and then takes off his armor and rests.
Yeah, Lou's gonna nod and go to sleep. And go to bed.
Layla, do you set up in the same cot or do you try one of the other 6?
No, I'm cozy where I'm at. I got my own spot.
Fair enough. Sounds good. This time you can play your instrument without mental damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
But yeah,
No nosebleed this time. Great.
that's great. It was more than a nosebleed. I almost died,
That is true.
which would have been a really sad character death, but would have been really funny, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, that would have sucked. You guys didn't see a loot in in Layla's hand and blood pouring out of every orifice.
I think Lou would have to like die on the spot or something. I don't know how I can make him sadder than that.
That is fair. Final note. Well, the good news is, for once, Maladin, you don't have to worry about a nightmare.
Yay.
You've already lived it.
Oh, Carbo, that's sad. I don't like that. Oh no.
What?
It makes sense, but
Can't
it's
tell
sad.
you.
Oh, it's not in the group.
No, it's
I'm
just Zach.
I'm also going to ask Falcon, by the way, where can I find a good set of heavy armor?
He doesn't know of anywhere.
Cool.
So the only place you know of that would sell it is probably the town, unless you found like a traveling merchant or something weird. I have to look up something really, really quick.
Me now realizing that we're not likely to get that jug back at all.
I'm getting that jug.
It's true. Like, you guys didn't really talk about it.
We used it
Getting
to
that
make
jug,
all the
man.
alcohol that we drank.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I want that jug back.
I will say, with the invitation of Ego entering, he probably like got a good couple jugs out of it and then immediately drank it.
Yeah.
Why is D&D Beyond taking a year to load when I'm looking up?
It's technology. It can smell you rushing.
Earn that
That's
jug.
some
I'll get in my jug.
conspiracy theory
Oh,
shit.
definitely.
Oh my god! I bet if I search it on Google, it's gonna be faster. Yep. What do you know? First thing that pops up.
Segundo letter. Irish. Scottish. I think my Irish solid. It's not bad. Yeah. 1 second.
Oh.
For the good
Ooh, yeah, I
or
don't
a
know how I
bad
feel
O?
about that.
I have 2 questions for Lou.
Ooh.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I'm muted. Repeat.
I have 2 questions for you.
2 questions for Lou.
Yes.
One question for 2.
Do you trance or do you sleep tonight?
Oh my. I think because with sleeping I dream, correct?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna sleep.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you just ask me? My apologies.
Oh yeah, I asked when I sleep I dream, but when I trance I don't, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Lou's gonna sleep.
Lou wants the
Okay.
nightmares.
Lou embraces the nightmares. He's not a coward like you.
My demons are a little bit extra.
He'd rather face his dreams than reality.
Oh well, for now.
Let's see.
They can't
So
possibly be worse, right?
what does no wait, never mind. That is immediately taken away from by that. So you go to sleep, and I'll be honest, I don't exactly know what you think of when you sleep. But the scenario you find yourself is interesting. So typically, you know how people dream about something they've experienced, or a hodgepodge of different ideas that their brain has put together and everything else. It's quite bizarre because as soon as you fall asleep, it's almost like you awaken in another area, like another place. It's uncomfy. The floor and the walls of this very confined space are made of a grayish thick stone. As you wake up, it's cold, but there's no wind currents or anything. It's just like a weird. I don't know how to describe it because I'm terrible at descriptions.
Like a static cold, right?
Yes, yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. A static cold, and you do not feel wind or anything else traveling around you. It's just this weird, static, cold, static wind environment. Looking around, you see that most of the floors and walls are kind of merged together. And then at one end, which you seem to be closer to, one of the walls has what seems to be cut out like a pseudo doorway, but it has the similar stone pushed into it to make it a flesh wall. Turning around and looking at the center of the room, you see a fairly mummied corpse. It is sitting with its legs kind of sprawled out in front of it, and its 2 wrists exposed and its arms by its side. Looking at the wrists themselves, they seem to be split, and where you would imagine blood or some form of gore to be seems to be this purplish ooze that seems to be sticking from the arm to the floor underneath its wrists. looking at the clothing of this being, without it, well, its arms are shown, of course, but it seems to be wearing a medium set of armor that mainly seems to be leather, and robes covering its feet. And its face is coated with rags, except for this big, almost bronze colored mask that seems to be covering it. It seems that the mask and everything else has been deteriorating for some bit of time, but you're not sure exactly how long. How does Lou react to being in this weird place?
I think he's gonna turn around and see the figure and like back up a little. Like, this looks scary. This is creepy.
It is, yes.
Yeah, I think he's gonna call it like, hello?
Coming from
Oh.
somewhere in the room. And you're not exactly sure where, just due to the surrounding area and the curiosity of this place you're found yourself in. You hear what first starts as like very labored wheezing. And then you hear in a very, very weakened and grumbly voice,
Wait, what?
Did I
Ooh?
get picked up? Oh, it said Lou.
Oh, we just heard ooh.
Oh, my bad. Whoops. Still trying to figure out what this mic does and just not pick up.
That's fine. So, whoa.
Yes.
Who are you?
I
Hello?
don't know.
Oh, what? Huh? Oh.
Oh, it says I don't know. You get the feeling of the voice. It's not picking up on the mic, so I'm not doing it.
Oh.
But yes, it responds with I don't know.
What do you mean? Where do you know where we are?
There's a brief pause of no response before the similar voice speaks up, and it says, "Where are you?"
I don't know if I should answer that. How can I trust you?
Where are you, Lou?
I'm in Fandolin. Friend or foe, I'll face you. But oh, please be a friend.
It responds, repeating what you said, which is Fandolin. And then in the same wispy voice, which is relatively monotone, it's not changing inflection. Even the questions it is asking you have a similar tone to the initial phrasing of your name, everything else. It says, Fandolin. He will look for you in Fandolin.
You've gotten us killed.
And then, even though the scene was already pretty interesting enough, the room goes even more silent. This wheezing breathing that you're hearing throughout the surrounding area ceases. And you are kind of left in this weird brimstone room with nothing but your thoughts and the cold air around you. Is there anything else you would like to do while in this weird area?
I guess he's gonna try the door, I think.
Okay. If you would like to, please make for me a strength check.
All right, yeah.
Athletics preferred. Well,
Hold on, let's
athletics.
write a note really quick because I'm writing everything down.
Yeah, no worries.
I love when Lou tries to be cool. He's like, friend or foe? I'll face you. Please be a friend. Oh, Lou.
I'll kill
he
you,
tries so hard.
maybe. If I have to.
I mean, I think it's cool in his own little way, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Lou tries the door. And strength. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Please load. Okay, there we go. Hoo, my rolls are terrible. That's a 9.
Let me see. Okay, you go to move the door, and it won't budge. You're trying your hardest with it, but with the weird material it's made out of and not really having a rigid point to gain traction, whether it be your feet slipping on the floor or your gauntlets sliding across this wall, it does not seem to move any at all.
All right. Lou's gonna talk any way to get out of here?
The wispy breathing returns. And it says, "Do you wish to leave?"
Oh. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you can tell me? Anything at all first?
After a long pause, the final words from your current situation is, "He's looking for you, Lou." And almost as soon as these words enter your ears and you begin to kind of just try to comprehend what that could possibly mean, you immediately feel as if, well, this is just like a human thing. Have you ever walked in the living room or something while someone's watching a television show and it's halfway through and you kind of tune in for a split second and you have no earthly idea what's going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
That happens to you, but it's like your own dream. As if you were immediately rushed back into this dream you could possibly be having. And it's halfway done already. It's like you think you might have been there. You don't know exactly what happened, but it seems like some set of experiences brought you to this point. You're just not sure what exactly it was. But then
All
you were kind
right.
of whisked away in the dream to do whatever you do in your dreams.
Oh, probably. I don't know. I feel he's sad today. I feel like his dreams have nothing to do with his emotional state. He's frolicking in a pasture somewhere. I don't know. He's having one of those falling dreams or something. It's
What?
like when you just keep falling. Do you not have those?
No.
Oh, well,
Eventually.
something like that. Maybe he's goes into a merchant store and the merchant turns into an elephant and then deer and then the deer like slaps him or something, and then he starts falling again, and then he wakes up, but it's actually just another dream. Like he wakes up into another.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, he does that like several times throughout the night.
Fair enough.
It's really, but he remembers none of this when he wakes up. He only remembers the thing like before the dream.
Funnily enough that you mention it, that's exactly what was going to happen anyway. It's
wow.
almost like you remember dreaming about something, like you're talking about falling or something very uncanny, but the only details you remember the full experience of was that beginning sequence of your dream, and you can recall every moment of it that you'd like to.
All right. Probably. I assume he remembers all of it. Clever boy. Clever boy. Clever boy.
No, Shaq boy.
More paper. More paper.
Oh,
More
God.
paper. More paper. Quick, quick.
Why do you keep going through my paper?
Because I don't have my laptop. You should see my notes. I know I owe you paper.
You don't need paper. I need answers.
I don't need paper. I need answers.
She's eating through my one pack of paper.
I'm sorry. I'll
God.
give you more paper. I write
yeah.
big.
Write smaller.
I can't. I'm writing
That occurs.
What?
And I guess we'll kind of probably call this like the last event, perhaps. Maladin, same question. Something's trying to reach out to you from the void, maybe.
Oh, is it the same void? Are we void buddies now?
Oh,
No, different void.
This is a different void. Something is reaching to him from another plane.
I think I'm annoyed enough to answer.
Okay, sounds good. So, you have a dream, but the peculiar thing of it is it's like an event that has already happened that you've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Where,
Seems to be a lot of that going around.
I mean, maybe, who knows? You're once again within the void, like we've spoken of. And I don't know how much necessary detail I should put into this. Other than the fact it's very early on in your experiences, where you and quite a few individuals you know fairly deep.
I really need to
are
work on that backstory, don't I? I need to add a lot of details.
a little bit. I mean, some details would be nice, but I have a general vibe of what it's going through. It's just if you're really, really wanting to connect to it, I might need some names and stuff. But you know.
Yeah.
But this is the best I got with what I got.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been what you assume to be at least like 3-ish days of your time in what we have been calling hell.
Hell.
Yes. So fatigue is high, moral is low, everyone's in survival mode, and you hear the screeching of unknown creatures crawling around you. The reason I brought up this being familiar is because you know exactly what happened in the next few moments. At some point, you find a weird structure of terrain that required very strenuous activity to overcome. And it was the only option because the screeching in the void around you
Is getting closer.
is getting closer. And there's only one way, whether it be because the terrain is blocking it or nothing is there, that screeching is not occurring. You remember in this individual moment exactly what happened, which is you leading the stronger make it up this hill, leaving behind 2 to 3 individuals that were not strong enough to make it on their own. With that information being present and you being in a spot you've already been before, how do you think Maladin would react to this?
Now? Being able to go
Yes.
back and like redo it?
I mean, perhaps. I mean, you don't know what will happen if you redo it. You know success if you do it exactly the way it happened.
Well, at what cost?
That's a question for Maladin.
Redo it and
And
try to
argue.
redo it, try to
Okay.
get the other ones out.
Okay.
After the rabbit, yeah, we're feeling stupid.
Sounds good. Would you go ahead and make for me? It might just be another athletics, if I'm honest. Rather athletics or acrobatics to help the weak.
Athletics. That's a 12. Not
Okay.
enough.
So you go to help, and kind of issuing the strong up ahead. They take off without need of assistance. And from the back of the pack was a rather adolescent individual, and then someone that's relatively middle age. It's not that they're not, it's not that they're in bad health
They're
or
no
have
spry chicken anymore.
exactly, yes. And then finally, you have a very elderly individual that has been drug along the entire time so far, and it doesn't look like it's going to be changing. From those three individuals placed before you, what is the order in which you attempt to help them?
Adolescent, then somewhat non-spry chicken. I'm assuming I'm only going to be able to get 1 or 2 out of this. So we're going with kid first, and then if possible, the one that could at least guide them back to the group.
Okay, and then the elderly individual last.
If we can save them, sure. If not, man, I'm sorry. You've been getting drugged around, yeah.
Stone Cold Killer.
Okay. So going for the kid first, you help it up and you see a very memorable female individual for you at the top. And details are irrelevant other than like they're wearing a very familiar charm to you.
Mm.
And you basically launch this kid up the rock hill or whatever terrain this seems to be. And this individual above grips him by the hand and helps him. The second person, luckily being relatively spry, you seem to help support them in a couple places. With the help of you and this final individual, or this, I'm sorry, this female individual that you know, they seem to make it up pretty well as well. And then it comes down to this elderly individual. Trying to help them with foot holdings and just trying to support them and everything else. It's a mixture of them not having enough strength and you not having enough extra strength to compensate, and them just being overall kind of clumsy and out of it and unable to continue with the current circumstances. Even with the help at the top, you're not sure that they would be able to make it, but you're left with one final decision, which is, are you going to abandon them or are you going to help them up until the last moment, knowing that death may be inevitable?
Oh God, am my actual character gonna die at that point? That's like,
I will say Maladin gets the understanding that this is just as real of a situation as it was the first time.
Motherfucker's about to have a heart attack, and they're just gonna come into his room, and he's just gonna be dead, drooling and dead.
Who knows?
Dude, like either of the other two say anything? Or is it just
The other two meaning who?
the two down here with me?
So there's one down there with you, and then the female is at the top helping people as they can. Like they made it up first, and they are taking the strong arm at the top approach, which is as long as you get up here, I'll help you as much as possible.
Wait, I thought I'm messing up here. Wasn't it the
It's okay.
middle-aged and the old one still down here?
No, you were able to, with the help of this individual at the top, at least get this middle-aged person up.
For some reason I thought, yeah.
So far, it's been like a success, a relatively
This is the
close
expected
call.
success. So
I mean, yeah.
damn.
And not to add pressure, but those voices are kind of howling behind you pretty violently.
Well, fuck.
And time is ever presently closing.
I'm gonna look at the old man.
You're gonna do what?
I can't fucking do anything for him, I don't think.
Okay. So are you reaching up and getting yourself up there?
Yeah, we're getting the fuck out of there.
Okay, sounds good. You make it halfway up, and you see this female individual at the top reaching down to help you. As you take their hand.
Long live the king.
No. You're expecting to have like a jolt upwards as they support you and help you up. But there's this moment where they seem to just be holding on to your current position, keeping you in place and not really helping you as much as you assumed would. And as your eyes meets theirs, as you're confused and curious as to what exactly is happening,
It's me.
they look you dead in the eyes and are kind of examining, almost as people say, looking into your soul. And after their lip quivers for just a second, they say, "Interesting, but I see." And you hear the monsters below begin to attack this individual and begin nipping at your feet before you, yet again, wake up in a cold sweat.
Him and Lou like waking up to cold sweats next to each other, just looking at each other.
I mean, basically, yeah, I would say that is a very reasonable thing. I would say Lou is more rattled. Like, you still feel relatively, what do you want to call, refreshed from your dreams, right? Refreshed from the sleep action that has been taking place.
Lou's rattled. Maladin's pissed.
Yes. You're rattled. Paladin wakes up full of adrenaline and confusion. I believe with that given information, that is all I really have prepared for today.
Fucking gotta fill out that backstory. Jesus.
They're like,
So, some more details would be
I sent you a message that might help with that.
Yeah, I
Chase.
saw.
appreciated, but overall, I mean, I do think the message I was trying to get across to you made it.
Yeah.
The important bits are there.
Maladin won't sacrifice himself for anyone else. He's selfish. He's mean. Kick him out. He's racist. Rocks. Throw rocks at him.
Maladin has played self-sacrificing role for you fuckers this entire time. Maladin knows when to call it quits and
it's
know
certainly
the losing battle.
I don't think
doesn't
Lou would
help
ever
with
ask-
the thought you had during our last encounter of maybe I haven't changed, but
Yeah. No, this is the same. This is going into the thought process, at least for me, Zach. That's just like things may have changed, maybe not.
maybe not. But who knows?
Maybe you're still a jackass. I
You
say
know,
that.
I mean,
I say that as if it would be. You're in hell. I don't know how much of a jackass you really are in this scenario.
I mean that's fair as well. It seems it's a very morally twisting conversation, at least. But yes, as I said, that's all I have prepared. It is almost 11 o'clock. We're 7 minutes shy.
I'm sorry
But-
about
I mean, this was what this part was supposed to be.
That is true. We got through all the highlights, right? We got the introduction, we had the conversation, the important one.
The rabbit didn't have any mourning.
I know. We'll say it happened.
I mean, hard to mourn a corpse that isn't there.
It happens in the morning. We just
Lou
put like a
mourned
little.
by not
maybe.
drinking.
We
That is true.
put a little
Lou's
wooden
been mourning the
cross.
entire time, so there has been mourning.
Yeah, Lou's the mourner. Lou's like Lou can't wear black because he doesn't own black.
That dress was
Um,
probably black.
No.
I could throw more
No,
water on
gray-
you and
there's
make your clothes
gray. There's
darker.
gray or green. There's a gray one, a green one, or maybe a vermilion one.
If it was gray, if I throw water on
Uh,
you again, it can be sort of dark.
No, it was wet. It was black
think-
with the wet tears.
If I remember, you had the option of like gray, burgundy, or forest green, and you chose
Yeah.
green.
Oh, that's right. He chose green.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. So he's wearing green. But no, it's good. Lou will be getting another outfit, I think, because he's realized the error of his ways of being around mean people that would do such a cruel thing as no, it's hilarious, but I don't think he's thinking about how funny that is right now. He'll laugh about it in like maybe a year.
You're gonna walk up to the ye old market man, and you're gonna be like, "Do you know what hydrophobic means?"
He's gonna get like sweat wicking, like, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
he's gonna sleep in a swimsuit. Oh,
Ugh,
weird.
Ugh,
So
that's
weird.
nasty.
You're being weird. Maybe
Do
you
you
have
mean
like
a wetsuit? Because you know wetsuits are actually filled with water, right?
no, I mean
Or
a swim.
pee.
I mean like swim trunks.
Did you just correct her to something that was
You
wrong
corrected me to something wrong.
and then pointed
I mean,
out
you
that
said
something
you're
was wrong?
hydrophobic, so you're gonna wear a swimsuit. I was like, do you mean a wetsuit to stay dry? But those aren't.
No, I don't know, like
That's
hydrophobic material, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I'm hydrophobic, but I'd need hydrophobic material that
Swimsuits
won't
aren't
like get
hydrophobic.
stopping. No, okay.
Just let it go.
I
Is
don't
that-
think you know what hydrophobic means.
Is that the technical term for clothes that repel water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hydrophobic is the technical term for anything that repels water.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Swimsuits
typically-
cannot repel
Lawn
water,
repels
they just dry
water.
quickly.
Yeah,
You repel
so most of
girls.
the time, it's not necessarily the clothing or the cloth that is hydrophobic, but it's coated in something that has
Yes.
properties such as like oil, but not oil, if that makes sense. Just something that separates it from water and will not merge.
Yeah,
and
most
therefore-
swimsuits aren't though.
That is correct, yes.
Some
I
swimsuits.
think you were the one that said swimsuit first, but I'm not 100% on that.
I said
know,
swimsuit, but there are some
swimsuits,
swimsuits
because
that
I thought
are
it was-
hydrophobic.
Oh, fair enough.
Callie
Anyway.
said swimsuit, then Dust was like, did you mean wetsuit? Because wetsuit is wrong.
Yeah,
Which
I
I'm
don't
still not sure
I mean-
how that one works out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Swimsuit was more wrong, so I was
Okay.
trying to.
What do you
like-
mean swim?
all
Lou is
good.
preparing himself for the event of being in water again by wearing a
I thought you were
swimsuit
trying
to
stay
bed.
dry.
I believe that this is the end of the conversation. So thank you all for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And we shall see you in the next one, because I don't think we're going to continue anything story-wise. If we do, we will re-mention it at the start of the next part. So see you guys then. Good night, everybody.